Have you ever wondered why some people command respect without saying a word? Why certain individuals seem to hold an almost magnetic power over others without ever raising their voice or demanding attention? The answer lies not in what they do, but in what they refuse to do. Look around you. In this world of constant noise, of endless notifications, of people desperate to be seen and heard, there exists a hidden power that few have mastered. It's the power of withdrawal. When you stop being available emotionally, mentally, physically, everything changes. The world that once took you for granted suddenly notices your absence. People who barely acknowledged you now wonder where you've gone. This isn't about disappearing, it's about reclaiming your power from those who have been draining it without your permission. Since childhood, you've been taught that your worth comes from being available, from responding quickly, from saying yes when every cell in your body wanted to say no. You were conditioned to believe that being accessible made you valuable, that replying immediately to messages, dropping everything for others, and explaining yourself constantly was the path to connection. But I'll tell you a truth that perhaps no one has told you with this clarity. Your excessive availability is not a virtue, it's a prison. And as long as you remain constantly accessible emotionally, mentally, or physically, you will be manipulated, drained, and forgotten the moment you're no longer useful. Think about it. When you're always available, you become predictable, and everything predictable eventually becomes a tool. People start using you as an emotional emergency button. They press it when they want attention, validation, or comfort, then put you back on the shelf until they need you again. You don't realize this trap because you're caught in the illusion that being present for everyone will somehow make someone be present for you. But it doesn't work that way. There's a hidden cost to being constantly available, one that never appears on any invoice, but is paid in full by your mental health, your energy, and your spirit. Every time you react to provocation, you surrender your power. Every time you defend yourself against criticism that deserves no response, you waste your precious life force. Every time you engage in pointless debates just to prove you're right, you drain your inner reserves. And for what? To please people who don't value you, to maintain relationships that exist only because you keep sacrificing yourself. Your psyche isn't an unlimited resource. It's a delicate ecosystem of energy that requires protection and careful management. When you live drained, always reacting, always explaining, always defending, you become vulnerable. And vulnerability, when exposed to the wrong people, becomes a weapon they use against you. The manipulative, the opportunistic, the emotionally needy, they sense your inability to guard your boundaries. They notice how you react to everything, how you're always trying to solve everyone else's problems, and they take advantage of it. Not because they're evil, but because you've trained them to see you as an unlimited resource they can tap into whenever they want. The most effective manipulation doesn't happen through force. It happens through the silence of guilt, when you feel you owe something to others, when you believe you need to be available, need to help, need to understand, even when it destroys you inside. So how do you begin this journey of reclaiming your power through selective availability? Start small. You don't need to disappear completely or end all relationships. Instead, practice micro withdrawals. Don't respond immediately to messages that aren't urgent. Take a full breath before reacting to provocation. Leave conversations that drain your energy without explaining why. Say not today without offering alternatives. Disconnect from technology without apology. And most importantly, stop justifying your boundaries. You don't need to explain why you need space, why you can't attend an event, why you're choosing silence over engagement. Your reasons are valid simply because they're yours. At first, this will feel uncomfortable. You'll battle guilt, worry about being misunderstood, fear losing connections. But gradually, you'll notice something profound. The world doesn't collapse when you prioritize yourself. The people who truly matter adjust to your boundaries rather than fighting them. And the peace you gain far outweighs whatever temporary connections you might lose. So I ask you now, looking directly into your eyes, how much longer will you allow yourself to be drained by those who don't appreciate your worth? How much longer will you react like a puppet whenever someone pulls your strings? Perhaps it's time to cut those threads, to withdraw, to become a mystery again. Because when you stop being available to everyone, everything changes.